Why are you doing it for free? Why are you donating it?
Well, like if it's a big hit, like when somebody has their door smashed in and the window's broken and it's thousands of dollars. And if we can drop a piece of concrete like that costs us $50 to make, well, it's hardly a comparison. It's got to be a community effort to pick us out of where we are now.
Well, the people we've spoken to are really grateful for your service, and good on you. Well done for standing up for the community in a way that I think many other businesses would use this as an opportunity to make extra cash on the side.
Well, like I said, it's really about everyone pulling together. Like it's not going to happen with everyone fighting their individual battles or not one person complaining. Everyone needs to come together to make that happen.
And you'll just keep doing it as long as it's needed? Like are you going to run out of concrete?
I don't think we'll run out anytime soon.
Yemini for Rebel News in Alice Springs. And we're here today in a local business that is putting their money where their mouth is to protect their local community. We're going around town, we're seeing your brand everywhere in bollards in front of businesses. Can you tell us how that came to be?
Well, just with the current climate at the moment, with the ram raids happening and that, we've just been donating a few to businesses that are sort of getting a bit hard done by, I guess, at the moment.
How long have you been a concreter here?
We've been here for about 12 years. 12 years on and off. We've had a building company for the last 40 years.
And when did you start donating these bollards?
Probably about 6 to 8 months ago.
And why now?
Well, it's just the demand, I guess. There's a lot of break and enters happening, a lot more than usual. And you, like I said, you sort of feel a bit sorry for these guys that are getting targeted.
So local businesses, you're saying there's high demand. So local businesses are calling you now and saying, hey, can you put a couple of bollards in front of our...
Yeah, well, there's some right across the street from us, like a mechanic shop. Like it's nothing that you would expect. A lot of them are random companies. They're not... Well, as you know, the bakery's got some out the front. There's multiple bottle shops. There's a lot of guys that are getting hit with the crime that's happening at the moment.
All right, so tell us what the bollards, why they're here and why they're popping up around town.
Ram raids. So businesses have been ram raided. My business here got ram raided on the left-hand side of the shop there. A car pulled up over across the road. A heap of ewes ran across. They tried to get into that door firstly, then tried to get into the second door. Then they've obviously signalled to the driver over here. He's just driven up in a stolen car and just driven straight in and then backed out. And then the kids have just gone in and taken about 30 or 40 drinks and a tray of chocolate cake, and off they went. While I was actually here with the police, another 4 or 5 ram raids got rang in that same morning.
Like it's an insane image when you drive around town and you're seeing bollards in front of businesses. It feels like something you'd see in South Africa for crime, or something you'd see in, I spent time serving in Israel to defense against terrorism, but this is the middle of Australia. If something doesn't change, do you think this is going to become the norm? Like we're going to see this in front of every shop? Is that just the way to protect your business here? That's the only way to stay safe?
Yeah, it seems a lot of businesses put them up after the fact. There's a fair few now that have got them, but it's only after they get ram raided. So it's just going to be interesting to see if there are more preventative measures. I believe I got a message yesterday. I think there's some large rocks being put out in front of the airport terminal out there. So even the airport's under threat.
So what we see here is actually the bollards being made that are then donated to the community to help protect local businesses. That's what it's come to here in Alice Springs. Being here that many years, how does it feel driving down the street now, seeing these, or having yourself to put it in front of your store just to protect your business and your livelihood?
Well, you'd never ever think in your wildest dreams you're going to have to put the size of these things over here in front of your business to protect a car coming into it. It's insanity, really. But ram raids aren't new. They're not a thing that started in the last few months. They've happened for, years. But you'll get a spate of them and then they'll go away, then they come back. So, yeah, it's quite scary. It's quite scary.
And what would you like to say to Alan, who's donated these You know, he's incredibly humble about what he's doing. What do you think about what he's doing?
Oh, look, it's unbelievable. Like, they wouldn't take any money. I said, give me an invoice, wouldn't do that. You know, the old Australian way, I'll give you a couple of cartons of beer. No, wouldn't take that. They wouldn't take a cent. And then I found out a couple of weeks ago, he's been doing it all around the town for nothing. It's like a community service, and it's just unbelievable, really.
We're not really after any recognition or anything like that. It just is what it is. We're trying to help it do our bit. So, yeah.
So this community matters too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely.
Any other business, right? Like for you, to make it comparable, that's like you suddenly giving away your stock because that's his business.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty incredible. Let's you know, it's an amazing community spirit and community service.
Oh, look, that's one thing that Alice Springs is renowned for, is community spirit. And it's really shone through lately because we're going through the toughest time that you could ever go through, but we're very resilient, which is, you know, very lucky.
I think the rest of Australia can take something from that and learn from that. I think community spirit is amazing, and you can see it's alive and well here when you have businesses literally offering their services for free, refusing to take money to help the wider community. If you enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide, because while Alan doesn't really think he deserves recognition, I think he does. And more importantly, Australia deserves to know what's happening here in Alice Springs and the heroes like Alan that are putting their money where their mouth is to protect their own community. Then head over to therealvoice.com.au. Check out the rest of our stories. Have your say in our poll. And if you think the work we're doing here is good, consider pitching in to cover the costs of getting here and telling the other side of the story from the Northern Territory.